My name is Carrie. During our women's conference today, during worship, the Lord started speaking to me about something that my husband and I have been battling for a number of years now. Some people may know about us that we are self-employed, and being self-employed can have its challenges. And so when times are rough, I found myself blaming Jeff a lot for why we were struggling. He's always said that he's the head of our household and that he's our provider and that it's his job to provide for our family. So when things weren't going well, I would tend to vent to him, but I would come at him in a way of placing personal blame, like everything was all his fault. And it has caused a lot of separation between him and I, to a point that it's caused a lot of suffering in our marriage. And we are fighting, obviously, but during worship today, I was interceding for Jeff and I in our marriage. And as I'm interceding, a lot of times when I'm in intercession, I enter the throne room with the person that I'm interceding for. And usually the throne room is always full of light. The counsel is up there, and I will usually enter, there's like a circle that we step into, and then Jesus will come to meet us there. And I always know that if I can just get that person to him, that he's the one that does it all. He's the healer, he's the counselor, everything. I just need to be able to take them to him. And so during intercession for Jeff and I in our marriage today, we're walking down this corridor and we're holding hands, and all of a sudden Jeff falls to his knees because he's just so weak and tired from the burdens of life and the stress that he has on his shoulders as the headship of our home, as a husband, as a father, all the things, and he's just so weighed down. And in that moment, I knew I still had to get us to the throne room. That was the goal. And I'm positioning myself to get him up on my back so that I can carry him to the throne room. So I may have to read a little bit of what I wrote because I probably won't be able to articulate it that way. But this is what I had to say. Jeff and I are walking hand in hand towards the throne room when Jeff suddenly drops to the ground in weakness, unable to continue. I try to help him to his feet, but he is just too weak from the heaviness of life's burdens. So with all strength I could muster up, I got Jeff on my back to carry him, and God was speaking to my heart that this is my role as his wife, is to be Jeff's strength when he is weak and to carry him when he is unable to go on, kind of like Jesus does for us, that he is always our strength. When we are too weak to go on, we are to go to him and rely on his strength to carry us through. But as wives, it is our role to be our husband's helpmate. And when our husbands are feeling weak, it is our job as a wife to carry him when he's unable to carry himself. And in the meantime, Jesus will give us women, us wives, the strength to carry our husbands. I reached the throne room with Jeff still on my back. Now I'm struggling to hold him up. He's heavy, my back hurts, my legs feel like they will buckle, but I got us there. Normally when I come into the throne room, it is bright, filled with beautiful light, and the council is all seated in their heavenly places. But when we reached the throne room, there was no light, no counsel. It was empty, and I felt all alone. On my knees, with Jeff laying on his back, his head propped in my lap, he's in a state of unconsciousness, almost like he was in a deep sleep. And I'm crying out to Jesus to help me, but he doesn't come. The lights are still off. I begin to think to myself, what have we done? What have I done that has pushed Jesus away from us? This is our fault. Enters the enemy, right? And then I'm thinking to myself, as I'm waiting in this darkness, we should have been coming to Jesus all day, every day, not just in moments of desperation. Our marriage is representative of our relationship with Jesus. I'm realizing all of this in this vision with Jeff's lifeless body on my lap. God saying to me, you are to help him when he is unable to help himself. You are to nurse him back to health, be his strength, and carry him when he is unable to walk. My strength will carry you both. When are you going to realize that you can do nothing without me? He is my gift to you. Treat him as such. You take care of material possessions better than you take care of my son, my gift to you. At this moment, I broke and surrendered my own weakness to Jesus. At that moment, the roof opened and the most beautiful light poured down on both of us, almost like we were in a spotlight. But it just poured down onto us. And I could feel its power, and it was healing. So what is God speaking to me through this vision? We need to realign our marriage with God and what he requires of us as husband and wife through the covenant of marriage. We need to treat one another as a gift from our Father, our children too. And we need to stop trying to do everything by ourselves. Thank you.